I'm Zakia Cordell, and I'm going to introduce some social stories that I have used with a child with autism that I've worked with before. This social story I used in the treatment of a child with autism. He was a 7-year-old boy, and he had the targets we were working on were keeping friends. And generally speaking, when he had friends and was playing with friends, if he lost the game, he would run away, he would get aggressive with the friend, or he would dump the whole game over. He would call people names. And so one of the things we were working on was how to keep friends and how to stay calm if he played a game. Because actually he really loved playing games. And he actually liked playing games with friends, but he wasn't able to really keep friends by displaying the maladaptive behaviors. So here's an example of one of the social stories I used with him. This one is called How to Lose a Game and Keep Friends. I often play games. Sometimes I play games with others. I may win a game. Other times, my friend may win a game. This happens when people play games. Winning is often a good feeling and it's easy to control, but losing is harder to handle. Knowing how to lose can help me keep friends. Children like to feel safe when they play games. When they play with someone who suddenly becomes very upset, it can be very frightening and not much fun. One way to make and keep friends is to stay in good control of my feelings when I lose. I can take a slow, deep breath. I can ask to play the game again. I can tell the winner that she played well or choose something else to do. To stay in control I stay in control when I lose because I want other children to want to play with me again. If I lose, I can say, "Oh well, I had fun playing the game. I may win next time." When my friend wins the game, I can say, "Good game! You won. Let's play again." The important thing to do is to stay in control. I will try to practice what I think, say, and do to lose a game and keep friends. So, the way that we would teach this is first he and I would practice with me role playing the child who lost the game, and then he would tell me to do what to do as the teacher. Then he would practice as the child who was losing the game. We would, of course, use all the principles of behavior with reinforcing after continuous reinforcing until he acquired the skill of knowing exactly how to lose or what to say when he would choose at least one thing to do, and eventually we moved that to choose two things. Usually it was take a deep breath and say something nice. After that, we played games that were pretty easy. We started with myself being the opponent. I would, generally speaking, not try to lose. I would try to win, and then he would be reinforced for using the correct response from the social story. After that, we moved on to him playing with a friend. Very easy game at first, something that he didn't mind losing. And then we moved on to harder games such as checkers, tic-tac-toe, chess. It was usually a strategy game that he didn't like losing. Then after that, we would just let him continue to play. The way we faded the story, which is one of the things that they said is very hard to do sometimes, um, we would use the story at first, and then we would pick out the 3 or 4 things that he would be able to do. After he was able to master doing those, he didn't need the story anymore because he had practiced what to do enough that the story was not necessary any longer. So that is an example of what I would do with social stories for a child who was 7 years old, diagnosed with autism, and the story was called How to Lose a Game and Keep Friends.